Looks like OP has kind of spawned very C heavy right now, so they'll probably be running C. That means by how this kind of goes, um, how this kind of goes, most likely you guys have a kind of an A heavy spot. So we're gonna kind of see probably OP roll C, and then you guys kind of roll A cap, and we'll meet in the middle, and we'll fisticuff at B cap. And B cap can be pretty rough to battle at because of that new island that's been added. So we will kind of see how that goes. Let's switch over to Never. Never is going to be the first destroyer on C cap for OP, and it's going to be the first eyes available. So I hope that we get some good PvP. I hope that APOC pushes C and we just get a good battle right off the start.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the fun part. I don't know. Raytheon just one-shot me with his first salvo, so maybe that bodes really well for APOC this game. But actually, it looks like they spawned with a really much stronger position around B and A. So I think they're going to try and push that way and try and secure A and B, take it with the destroyer each, and then try and just hold B as best as possible. B is a really interesting spot. It's got those really great pieces of cover along the sort of one side edges, but really on either side it's pretty open, and it's really hard unless they do some really good smoke in here to really keep your team safe. I think these battleships are going to take a lot of damage unless they get really safe up against these islands. And right now they're definitely just moving west to the south. You guys of course can't see that right now, but we can see some of the air combat coming in between Danger and Warjern. He's desperately running away these torpedo bombers, trying not to get attacked by these fighters here. But they're trying to still do their job, scouting out, see what they can find. So far, no one's got any caps yet, so I don't think either
Never
team...
steps on C cap
there
right
we
now.
go. I was going to say, no one blitzed the cap, but yep, definitely OP blitzing up C. APOC still a little bit of ways from getting into anything right now. Still a little distance away from A and B, so it's going to take him a few moments.
Now, Never's getting pretty aggressive on C cap right now, and if I'm watching the minimap with the new last scene, this might end up kind of how I'm guessing. This could potentially end up in like a normal random game would show up, and we could potentially see a nice fight here on C cap with how your ships are kind of lined up. You know, we can't see them anymore right now, and from there it looks like Megadude, the one who's now popped up, looks like they're going to keep rolling to that cap, but Never now capped C out. They've got control of C. And now we're taking over. We got MF Jones leading the charge with his sonar, as well with the Grey Baron, and they're capping B as well. And now we're finally seeing A cap from APOC, but we're not seeing a lot of contention from APOC right now. We've only even seen a couple of your ships. I don't know how many you've seen from ours, but they at least know the general idea of where you guys are going to go, and they could potentially get in a better position to get some nice crossfire over B cap and potentially put in some good damage against those big battleships for APOC.
Yeah, Koindu's taking some shots. They're firing in between a little gap here, between those islands, trying to hit a couple guys. A few of OP has been spotted at this point. We can see them moving up. APOC has some good lines of fire on them, but you can see they are moving up their ships, trying to contest B. But B is going to be it, and they are behind, as unfortunately in the first two games here, trying to then now that they've finally capped A. You know, how many seconds ago was it that OP capped C point? I mean, they're now ahead by 30-40 points at this point. So that's going to again put APOC on their back foot, and they've really got to do something about taking B. If they can get B now, they can swing this back in their favor. But letting them have B is going to be real painful.
Now Megadude, kind of the first real target, kind of peeking around. Now those islands are really good at stopping torpedoes, but of course he's going to be set up right there. We're seeing all these OP destroyers too without getting any contention, and it looks like we may have a DD from APOC on there as well, but Megadude kind of sitting there and lots of torpedoes going in, and the one DD is now spotted over by planes with no real contention of any kind of AA, so a Rascally Rabbit getting dive bombed on as well as getting torp bombed. We'll see if he takes any bit of damage, and that would be a great start to take out the only two destroyers out on APOC right now. But this is the fight we wanted. This is the fight we said. One's going to go for A, one's going to go for C. And let's see the big... I'm going to kind of take the point of view of kind of almost you guys to see what you're seeing. And really, Chris is taking a little bit of damage. Megadude and Ice Serpent both on fire. Now Megadude get the repair. Raytheon maybe dropping some smoke, but Raytheon very broadside. If caught wrong, he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're trying to be as aggressive as they can. They're trying to move in there. Ryu, I don't know if you can see those Bensons in the middle there. They're battling it out. Yep, definitely. They can see each other.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely trying to deal with each other. But, I mean, they're just trying to chase each other off. Never forgotten popping some smoke, trying to deal with it. Kutuzov in the corner with Raytheon and Megadude just trying to hang out there and be a threat to that any destroyers coming in here to try and help out Ryu. But Ice Serpent just going to take some damage while he's just sitting out in the open with no support. And this is the problem with just having only 2 destroyers. There's not enough smoke. We need more smoke.
And if you kind of look at how OP has really lined up, you got one battleship behind one island, you got another battleship behind another island, the other ones, I mean, they have protection. The only protection that the APOC battleships have is against torpedoes, but they still have clear lines of shot. Yes, they know that there's destroyers in and never gone about 8,700 life right now, so he's about half life because Raytheon able to put in some really good damage, but Raytheon's gonna get moving, and Ice Serpent's taking lots of damage, down about 28k, and who else was hiding in that smoke? I forgot who it was just now, it's been so long.
Megadude and Raytheon, yeah, we're hanging out there, and definitely Raytheon happy to get out of there. Megadude is backing up and is fine, but right now, you know, this Benson hasn't flushed out. The enemy Benson on Never Forgotten, he's still hanging out there, stopping the cap. But does it look? Did Never finally step off the cap at this point? And is it coming back?
It's still getting contended right now, so I think it's actually the Grey Baron who's actually hanging on it. But he's just about to hop off, so you guys are going to start taking B cap away. And Grey Baron actually taking a torp or a really big hit, one of the two, and dropping him down about 8,600 life. But him and Never sitting about the same. But Ice Serpent just a couple shots away, and maybe a fire or two away from just being absolutely out of this map. And just like that, he goes dark. So can maybe. I don't know. They have Dort on their team. Can he do another snipe where he just gets a double fire and down he goes? And looks like Megadude may even take a torpedo right here. And that might not be the only one without this other salvo coming in. So Megadude going to be taking damage as well. Even if he has to repair this flooding, he's going to be taking damage from the fires that are going to be incoming too, because they know he doesn't have a repair. That's the strength of all these extra destroyers. Is if you can force the repair, then they have to sit on everything. So if they know Megadude doesn't have a repair, they're going to switch over to him. Now Shin has kind of moved up with Sterling and Kedis, now moving on to B-Cap. He's now the kind of the front line, so he's able to get away from Megadude. But APOC's doing a good job at switching out ships and rotating health, but the health of all these ships that are rotating in is going down a lot faster than OP's are.
Yeah, they're not unfortunately returning as much damage as they're taking, and they are still trying to shove these guys off this point, and they're doing a pretty good job. They have done some spotting here, but those planes are getting torn up, and what's really getting defined in this game is, unfortunately, Warjourn is just not able to just push in like Danger is. Danger has a lot more control over this map from the air, and that's just giving them a lot of visibility. So it's hard for APOC right now. Keda's taking a lot of damage.
Big shot on Kedis right there.
Yeah, so I mean they're just having to be aggressive to try and chase these guys off this point. They're just throwing in 2 battleships and an Atago to say, get off this point. I don't care how many destroyers are here, and they're finally going to take it back. But at what cost here? And though I have to say, looking at the points, they're only about 30 down, so that's not terrible. Right now, that could easily be taken back with holding 2 points for a while, but they've got to just focus fire some ships down. They have not killed anyone yet, and Sterling is in a lot of pain right now. Ice Serpent is low, Shin is low, Kedis is taking damage, so he's healing back up. So there's a lot of low guys now on APOC, and everyone's looking relatively healthy besides maybe Dort and MF Jones on OP.
Down goes Sterling, the one of the 2 cruisers on the team. The only real damage that OP has taken is in the destroyers. MF Jones down to about 1,600 life left. Grey Baron down to about 8,600. Never still sitting about 8,700. But down goes Sterling. So down there are cruiser. Shin's taking big damage, and we know Ryu is still on cap and everything like that. So if Shin goes down, then Megadude's next target. Megadude's down. Then who else we got after that? I mean, this is where the game starts to get out of hand, especially with this. Now, Kedis in range too, we can now see him. But OP, you guys can't see Quang, dude. You guys can't see Akak. General Dort taking a torpedo, so he's maybe in the most danger of out of the battleships. But Chris moving up, as well as Fratstar kind of just hanging back. These guys are just winning the damage. That's a lot of torpedoes on General Dort. Let's see if we can get there in time. General Dort. Dead. Down he goes. Wow. He was in the worst spot. He was a bit broadside, trying to be a bit more aggressive, and down goes General Dort. So that does even up ship-wise, and especially OP losing one of the big battleships. Potentially APOC being able to come back from this. Even though he was in the smoke, the torpedoes knew exactly where he was, and down he goes. Lots of damage, dropped him about 40k or so. So Never trying to hang on. Shin down to about 8,000 life. Rask about full life. The thing that
Shin's got to do something though, too. Shin's got to get out of there, because otherwise it's just going to be right back in OP's favor. If he doesn't survive this, any advantage they got from that blitz right there is lost. So, because right now, APOC is in a really great position to try and pull back, regroup, and just try and hold off this attack. They can sit on the other corner of this map on the G line or whatever and just not let the other team take this. But right now they've got to stop taking damage, they got to stop losing ships, and they got to start dealing some damage back and focusing fire. And they've done a great job. OP's done an amazing job. Barely seen, basically we see Frat Star occasionally, and that's about it. The whole team is struggling to just find targets, and Mega Dude taking a ton of damage and a ton of torps, it looks like, coming in his way. He threading the needle though, just dodging it all, but he's at 8K, now down to 7. He's burning. I don't think he's going to survive, but he's going to try and take Frat Star with him, who's down to 6K at this point. Big volley coming in right now. Boom!
Frat down goes Frat Star.
But Mega Dude coming in with another big volley. Mega Dude survives though. He's healing right now, but he's still burning, so he's not going to survive much longer either. He's basically staying at 9K, down to 700 hit points, 300 for a second. he's just one hit away, but no one's hit him yet. Oh God.
And he's still healing up too. I mean, you got Kwangdu, whose guns aren't even on him, because I thought he's like, okay, on to the next one. He knows he's dead. Rescue Rabbit within about 6K, so secondaries are going off for Kwangdu. But Mega Dude, oof, he doesn't die, man. He just doesn't die. And a good shot. I mean, he is dealing this damage from the grave, honestly.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have even gotten to the last couple salvos. So that's a lot of extra damage. And if you're looking at this team, down he goes, and it's kind of tied up. Kwangdu's going to be taking at least one torp out of this. MF Jones. This game is not over, and APOC's actually in not that bad of a spot, because the APOC's destroyers are in much better health than OP's are.
Yeah, I mean, right now MF is really hurting, though of course the Gray is not doing so bad. But I said if they can just pull back with some of these battleships here, keep Ice Serpent alive, keep this Kutuzov alive, keep Shin alive, please, because he's got 16K, and just get these guys back into fighting health here. You can see Kedis trying to flank from the side here, just trying to be annoying. If they try and move in and do anything funny, he's going to be able to deal with it. But right now, it's definitely in APOC's favor here. All they can see right now is Chris. MF just showing up occasionally. If they can land a couple shots on MF, that's huge for them, because they could really turn around.
Shots are in on MF down to about 1,300 life. More shots are coming in. 900 life. Down he goes. What a shot from Shin, who was just getting absolutely beat on that B cap. And Ice Serpent looking like he's going to be taking at least a couple torps. He may be going down as well, because those torpedoes are closing in on him. I think we may see a dead.
Oh, wow. Ryu. Oh, no way. And Ice Serpent at 1,000 hit points. That was devastating.
What a swing right there. Shots in from
made them
APOC.
pay. Yep, and that's it for Ice Serpent. Oh, man. But the Atago taking huge damage. Chris is now down to 6K. That's a lot. So, I mean, once again, game's not over.
This game is not over, and Kedis is doing his thing. I mean, how many times have we seen Kedis do that big flank? He's doing that flank. Huge. Chris is a one-shot. Kwangdu, relatively low. Shin pushing up with the Rascal Rabbit on his side. Gray Baron low. There's a bunch of ships that are one-shot. Shot is in from Kedis on Chris, and Chris only has so much to do. Chris puts out some torps. Down to about 1,200 life. Kedis still doing very well. If I'm Kedis, I'm marching straight forwards the rest of this team. Rascal Rabbit moving up too.
We're seeing a brawl right here at B. I mean, you've got Kwangdu, the Benson, you've got Shin, everyone coming in. Torps are going out. Oh no, Rascal went down just trying to do something, but Shin is going all in right here against APOC and Kwangdu and the Gray Baron. This is, oh man, this is...
Kedis takes down Chris. If Shin can get this 2-for-1 trade, maybe takes out Gray Baron and gets the ram.
Great!
Down he goes. This is it. This is the trade. I've told you about this. This is the one. It's an educated trade. If he can go in and do a 2-for-1 or something like that, or put good damage and maybe even like a
5K. Oh no,
APOC doesn't miss that shot.
Shin did not make the ram on Kwangdu as he was hoping. That's unfortunate. That definitely puts them behind, but again, not out.
Oh, never taking a stray torp as well. Big fail for that one. But it's not... They're on B cap, and what is going on this game, man? It's back and forth all over the place. Kedis, and now Kedis is on... I mean, APOC and Kwang, they're doing all right health-wise. But Kedis is going to get this complete flank on these guys, and I don't know if they even know he's really here. Actually, Kedis is in range of danger now, so what's danger going to do with the battleship in his face?
Yeah, I mean, if they can take down this carrier, I mean, I don't know, man. Raytheon's got to stay alive right now, and he's going to take damage in this Kutuzov as he's trying to get away from these battleships. But Kedis is in a great spot to try and really equalize this game. If he can take out danger and let Warjourn just take over the rest of this map, that's huge.
Kwangdu now is on to Kedis's sneaky tactics and is getting ready to put some shots in them. I think Kedis is kind of aware of that, but Kedis could potentially take out Danger in one salvo. CVs, although they're armored CVs at this tier and they're relatively hard to citadel, they're not impossible. You can one-shot any, I mean, if you get a good shot on them. But Kwangdu now putting on some good defense. OP in the process of taking back BCAP, which they just do. But Danger is danger close right now. Kedis taking a decent little hit from Kwangdu, and Kwangdu going to have the complete advantage. Shots are in from Kedis. Still the secondaries in secondary range, keeping Danger on fire and keeping damage. And it looks like APOC not going to overextend and go for the other cap or anything. He's just going to help sit back. They're going to sit on their 2 caps and kind of let this game go. But Danger down to about 12,000 life. Kwangdu kind of watching his friend go down. There's not much he can really do. If Kedis can take Danger down and not die, this game is
so close.
Down to about 9,600. Shot is in from Kwang. 3,400.
Ooh.
Kwang puts a very small hit on Kedis, but Danger going to be going down just by secondaries alone.
Yeah, Kedis just got to worry about not getting rammed. As long as that happens, then now it is 940 to 700. I mean, if they can just hang on for, what, another 10 seconds, that's it. They've won. So basically, Kedis has got to get away, try and deal some damage to Kwangdu, maybe take out a turret or two, and then smartly, of course, Raytheon has just moved to the other side of the map, trying to hide, trying to get away from these other battleships. They can win this game if they could just survive.
And it's funny too. The last scene, it shows just the other 2 battleships, or other 2 ships on APOC, just completely going full speed in the other corner. They're probably going to hang out and have a party at J1 if they can. And Kedis just trying to dodge and weave as much as he can. He's sitting about 27,000 life, which is relatively good. But APOC and him, APOC didn't know what to really do right now. He's taking a weird angle. He was going to help Kwang, but they need to kill Kedis. So either
They got to get in there. Kwangdu did the right thing about probably just holding back, but if he took out the destroyer, the calculation was he's now got to kill Kedis, and if he doesn't get there, that's a big problem. So I mean, really, the right call there was to chase them down from the beginning and just say, nope, I've got to go get these guys, because if we don't, this is it, and we are 10 seconds away from this game being over. Despite them having 2 caps, there's very little chance they're going to take Kedis out. Kwangdu by himself, I mean, with a lucky shot, but Kedis, of course, being very smart with how he's angling, making sure he does not take that much damage, keeping on, making sure he's got the repair ready to go. But man, 99 to 830. Wow, what a great game. APOC takes it, bringing it to game 4. That's awesome. Great game from APOC, man. Just from the jaws of defeat multiple times, APOC said no, and they just took it back. I mean, that's a great battle.